Don't make the same mistakes that I made on my lock journey. Well, let me bring that back. I didn't make any mistakes because I really don't believe in mistakes, but these were just things that I didn't have to do on my lock journey. Everything would have been much easier if I just would have sat down somewhere and didn't do these things. So today I want to talk about exactly what those things are. And if you're new here, my name is Romani and I've been locked for 3 years. Getting straight into it, the first thing is retwisting too early and touching my hair too much in general. When I began my lock journey 3 years ago, I retwisted at 3 weeks or 4 weeks because I was so eager to get the process started of locking my hair and just really being one of the lock girlies. So 3 or 4 weeks after I started my locks, I was like, we already need a retwist. I shouldn't have done that because there was no reason for me to do that. My hair hadn't grown that much and I didn't need to retwist it. What I needed to do was sit down and leave my hair alone. When I attempted this retwist, when I didn't even have new growth to retwist, all it did was make me frustrated because the retwist didn't come out exactly how I wanted it to look. Honestly, let's not even call it a retwist. My hair looked the exact same when I started and when I ended. So all this did was make me frustrated and it made me feel like I was behind on my lock journey, even though I was watching videos that told me to be patient. Just like I always tell y'all, I was watching these videos, but when I attempted to do that retwist and I basically failed in my head, I failed, it made me feel like I was doing something wrong on my lock journey and I wasn't. What I should have done with my starter locks is just relax and let my hair mature. Honestly, if I would start my locks over, I wouldn't retwist until around 7 or 8 weeks, and that is if I have new growth, if I have budding, and if there is a reason for me to retwist. Retwisting early also led me into our second thing, which is thinking I needed to interlock my hair instead of retwisting my hair. Once I failed that first retwist, I was like, I'm never palm rolling my hair again. My hair doesn't do right when I try to retwist or palm roll it. I'm gonna start interlocking. Big mistake. I didn't realize that my hair was too thick for interlocking. If you have thick locks like me, you probably can't, well, you can see how thick my hair is. If you have thick locks like me, you need to palm roll or you need to comb retwist. There is no interlocking happening with this thick hair. So what happened when I tried to interlock my hair, I actually ended up tangling this back lock, and I've showed y'all this lock in previous videos. It's so thick because I was trying to rope my hair into itself and it just wasn't working. It frustrated me so bad. So this continued the path of frustration on my lock journey, when all I had to do was wait until my hair matured, retwist, and then just keep going. I retwisted early, which led me to thinking that I needed to interlock. I interlocked, I hated that, and I just thought that I was just bombing this lock journey. And if you don't know what interlocking is, it's when you take a crochet tool and you weave the hair inside of itself, which is perfect for micro locks, little baby locks, not these. The third thing was dyeing my hair, and dyeing my hair too early. Both of those things was just like, no. I've talked about my struggles with dyeing my hair previously. I've dyed my hair 2 or 3 times. I honestly can't remember. I dyed my natural hair. No, I dyed my natural hair twice, and then I dyed my locks once, and I never dyed my hair again. I didn't dye my hair until I was in my 20s. So all of my life I had black hair. I was tired of having black hair, so I decided to dye my actual natural hair, which I never recommend anybody to do. Just love your hair color because baby, the dye is going to eat your hair up. It doesn't matter how good you take care of your hair, dye is still a chemical. Nonetheless, I thought that I wanted blonde hair, so I started my locks, and maybe 5 or 6 weeks in, I started dyeing my locks, and there's a video of it on here. My locks are literally not mature at all. They are twists. No, I dyed my hair 4 times because when my locks didn't get as blonde as I wanted them to, I think I dyed it again. I honestly don't know, but basically the dye it didn't eat my hair up. I'm not gonna say that, but it definitely changed the texture and the consistency of my lock. When I was ready for my hair to lock, it just wasn't doing what I needed it to do because the texture had been altered by the chemicals in the dye. And there was a clear distinction between the top of my hair, which is black. It was so soft and it was so hydrated, and then the bottom of my hair would be brittle. And I'm talking about my locks, not my natural hair. Like, I'm talking about my locks. The bottom of my locks would be crunchy and they just wouldn't be the same consistency or texture as the top of my hair. That's why I always say I am no longer dyeing my locks. As soon as this color grows out, I'm done with dye and I'm just gonna have black locks. Now, if you're that person that's like, girl, I'm still gonna dye my locks, I just say do not dye your starter locks. Allow your hair the privilege to mature first before you start adding chemicals to it. If you're gonna dye your hair, please wait at least a year or at least 8 months before you start putting things in your head. Give your locks a chance, please. ease. And the fourth thing, I feel like it's everything encompassed. I was rushing to try to have the longest locks, the thickest locks, the locks that I saw everybody else have on YouTube and Pinterest and Instagram. I was rushing, and it caused me to do things that I didn't need to do, like dyeing my hair, interlocking, and retwisting too early. This is why I always preach patience in your lock journey and in your overall life, because when you start rushing and you want to be at the finish line, you are going to start making mistakes that you don't need to make. You need to be patient on this journey. I'm not just saying it for my health. I'm saying it because I have real life experiences with not being patient in my lock journey. I want you to always remember that if you are frustrated on your lock journey, it's because you have expectations. Let them go. If you are new on your lock journey, I really encourage you to just be free, be yourself. Don't try to conform to any standards. Don't create any standards. Don't have any timelines. Just live your life and let your hair be. That is what you're going to learn on this journey, to just let your hair be. There's no more planning, no more organizing, no more doing too much. This is a journey of not doing nothing at all, just relaxing. Relax and let your hair do all the work, because that is what it wants to do anyway. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I just hit 2,500 subscribers and I'm really on the road to 10K. I really would love 10K subscribers on YouTube, but I'm so grateful for the people who are already here, already liking and commenting on my videos. Y'all mean the world to me. I really hope that this video helped you in some way. Make sure you send it to somebody who has locks. Comment below if you want to talk about anything pertaining to your own lock journey or mine. I'll see you in my next video.